Hello, and we are live testing audio. Test, test, test. All right, let me move the mic a little bit closer. Think this should be good. Hello, hello, hello. All right, I think it's all right. I know you might be watching Deal, so let me know how the audio is. All right, so today it's going to be a Tetris and yapping stream because if I play Tetris, I can turn my brain off. Maybe a bit louder. Okay, you got it. All right. How's this? Oh, that maybe a little bit less. How's this? Is this good? Might be peaking. I don't know. I think I'm peaking. Let me see if I can do anything to fix that. Didn't change? Okay. Hello, hello, testing, testing. Alright, give me a sec. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, I think I need to add a gain on this. Alright, how is this? Okay, it's definitely peaking now. Um, hmm. How do people do this? I don't get it. Yeah, it's kind of the same, but the thing is that OBS, like the streaming software, is telling me that's too loud because it's like peaking. Like it's like kind of hear it like cutting out, and that's like it being too loud. I gotta change a lot of settings. Um, Let me try. I have an idea. Let me try this. Um, Give me a second. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Uh, Still kind of sounds the same, right? Nah, but be real with me. Does it need to be changed? Is that a yeah as in it needs to be changed, or yeah as in no, it doesn't need to be changed? Hello, hello, hello. I think I talked muted my mic by accident or something. It still looks like it's peaking, but it's not loud enough. Let me Google it real quick. I don't get it. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. How's this sound? This might be better, but maybe not. I don't know. Better? Okay. Alright, I guess alright, yeah, alright. This will be what we could use for now. Let me know if it ever like cuts out or anything or sounds weird. Alright. Well, audio's been fixed. Alright, so now we could actually start the freaking stream. Alright. Not cutting? Okay. It just, in OBS, there's like a little bar and it goes like green to yellow to red. And when it hits red, that's when it's like, the no zone. And it's hitting the no zone consistently. But I guess it's fine. I don't know. Alright, Tetris dive. I guess this is time for me to wake up and have my tea. Took like 10 minutes to like fix the audio. All right. It's Tetris time. So I don't know. I'm just gonna play Tetris and then talk about whatever. I don't know. So what's been going on? Well, I recently got my license, right? So I'm like a pretty bad driver still, and I feel like I catch myself making like the stupidest of mistakes. No, I don't want to play the tutorial. I don't want to play Tetris. Or actually, I could probably like fix my controls real quick. Let me fix my control scheme. So last night when I was driving home, I stopped by the CVS real quick because there's like a 24-hour CVS. And I needed to like grab some. I needed to grab some. Oh no! Whoops. Yeah, I needed to grab some Tylenol because I ran out of Tylenol at home and I was having like a headache. So I did that. Activate zone. Zoom in and then zoom out. I think these my controls? I think these are my controls. Okay, let's keep going. I think I could probably. Do you want to leave this menu with us? No, I want to apply my controls. So as I was leaving the CVS, I freaking like I was like trying my best to like you know, make my turn out of the parking lot very carefully. But for some reason, I freaking like when I turned out of the parking lot, I made the turn into the complete wrong lane. And I like drove like that for a couple of seconds before I realized like what the hell am I doing? Like I'm lucky I was so lucky that there's like no one else around to see that. And there's like definitely like no cops because I would have like, you know, they probably would have thought I was like drunk or something driving like that. But like I turned out into the wrong lane and I'm like, what the hell? Where do I think I am? Like in Europe where they like drive on the wrong side of the road? I was very disappointed in myself then. I know, I am crazy. Why would I do that? I was like going to bed last night and I was like, oh, I really sure do hope there wasn't any like, you know, road cameras there because I don't, you know, if they like look at that, I mean, it's probably fine. But if they looked at that, they probably would have been like, this guy was drunk. We gotta like give him a ticket or something or like, I don't know, suspend his license. That probably wouldn't happen. So I'm probably fine. Especially since I was like lucky there was like no one else on the road at the time. But yeah, I was like thinking like, oh, maybe it would be a good idea, like since I'm a new driver, like what I really need is just like as much like, you know, mileage and experience as possible. So like, hold on, I need to change my controls again. So it'd probably be best for me to, no, I want to change my controls. It'd probably be best for me to just drive around at night, I guess, because it's like super quiet. And if I do something stupid like that, like at least if there's no cops around, like at least, you know, people won't look at me crazy and I won't be like endangering anyone because no one's out there at that time of night. Oh, I set this to the wrong control. Oh, you sure you want to leave this menu? No, I want to apply. Apply. Cause I don't know. As I was like, I was trying my best not to hit the freaking curve because I've done that a bunch before. So like, I guess as I was like overly focusing on like not hitting the curve, I just didn't realize that I just like went into the wrong lane. Um, again, you know, good thing nothing happened. Otherwise, you know, I'd be screwed. Um, but yeah, that was my commute yesterday. I think I'll use this ability. All right, come on, I need another. No, I messed it up. That's fine. We'll do better next time. Um, but yeah, that was my commute yesterday. Because I have a real job. Because I am an indie VTuber who needs a day job. Because I need money. Everyone needs money. Um, yeah. Curb number one enemy. It truly is. You know. Um, I don't know. I'll get the hang of it eventually. It's just hopefully I won't get pulled over before then. Before I figure it out. Um, yeah. I mean, other than that, I kind of like driving, especially at night. It's kind of peaceful. Um, I see why people go on like, you know, drives for fun, especially like night drives. I might need to fill up my gas today. I don't know. I probably not. I think when I like calculated it, I only needed to like, if all I was doing was like going to work and like just a little bit more than that, like I think all I need it was like maybe once every 2 weeks or you know, a week and a half I might need to fill up. I don't know. I'll look at it on the way out today. All right, let's do this thing again. This time I won't mess it up. All right, let's go, Perfectress. All right, what else happened? Uh, well, maybe I should tell this story because I don't know. I told it to Josh, and he said, "Oh, I remember him saying like, oh, this would be a good stream story to tell." I don't know if I probably told you, Neil. Um, but it was when I was. Oh yeah, I definitely did tell you. Uh, while I was at work. Um, so I don't. I should probably give everyone um like fake names. So let me give them like the most generic names. So my boss or my supervisor, his name is Joe, and then there's my coworker who's like higher up than me. He's been working there for a while, and he's pretty good friends with Joe. I think let's call him um I don't know what's another generic Bob. Let's call him Bob. So Joe and Bob are like great friends, I think. At least they seem to have a good rapport with each other. Joe Mama. Yeah, yeah. But I went into his office and I was just like gonna talk to my boss, Joe, about like, you know, some work stuff. But then we ended up just talking, and he was like, "Hey, what are you? What ethnicity are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Chinese, but my family's from Vietnam, so kind of like Vietnamese." And my boss, Joe, is Vietnamese, so he started like looking at Bob and was like, Yeah. Vietnam pride. Let's go. Yeah, represent. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing here, all right. Because Bob was a Filipino, so they're like just talking about that, I guess. And the usual Southeast Asian rivalry, I guess. Uh, so then, man, it's kind of hard to talk and play game at the same time, huh? Thought it'd be easier since like Tetris. Um, but I guess I do kind of think a little bit when I play Tetris. I don't want to tell this story anymore. I'm not telling it no more. I can't think about the story. I don't feel like telling it anymore. You already know what happened. Boo! You're not helping. You're not helping me, right? What do you mean, boo? Boo you! We want story. You already know the story. Nope. I'm really struggling to tell you here, so I'm just gonna give up, and I'm not gonna tell it. You're not getting it from me. Nope. Nope. What do you mean we? It's only you. Here, let me use my ability again. Just focus on the Tetris gameplay. Gonna get another Perfectress. Or better, because there's like better stuff than the Perfectress. Aw, I didn't get it. I only got a Dexahexatress. I'm ignoring you, Neil. I'm not, I'm ignoring you. Get ignored. I don't know if I'm not. You know what? No Perfectress. Sad, very sad. Though I'm just gonna talk about other stuff. Like what I'm gonna have for lunch today. I'm probably gonna go grab some sushi. Some grocery store sushi because I'm probably gonna go to the gym after this. Why are there gears on screen? Just cause I don't know, it looks cool. It's Tetris effect. Don't question it. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the gym after this. And next to my gym is a grocery store, so I'm probably gonna go in and grab my favorite sparkling water, Spindrift, and probably gonna grab some sushi there too because I love sushi and I'm not picky about my sushi. I will eat up some grocery store sushi. It's delicious and cheapish. I'm not gonna say it's cheap because it's still kind of pricey, but it's like way cheap when you compare it to like actual sushi you get from like a restaurant. Um, it's not scary. It's delicious. I don't know. I got an iron stomach, man. Like I be eating stuff I really shouldn't for my health. Um, like buffet oysters. I'll eat that up. Another Perfectress. Let's go. Eat first, regret later. And I'm thinking, about what I'm gonna have for lunch tomorrow. And I might have Taco Bell tomorrow. And then that will be Also, probably not great for my stomach, but you know, eat first, regret later. Love Taco Bell. Because, you know, I think we were talking about it earlier, and we were talking about the Cantina burrito, and now I want the Cantina burrito. So, you can't stop me. I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna regret it, but it's gonna be delicious in the moment. It do be rumbling, honestly. I've been having, like, McDonald's more often now that I can drive, and, my stomach is feeling it, man. Or at least I think it's the McDonald's. But it's delicious. I don't think I'm. I don't know. I was thinking about, like, you know, now with my newfound powers of driving, I was thinking about using the almighty drive-through window, but I don't know. I don't. I feel like it's not worth it. I feel like you end up just waiting too long. I don't know. Every time I go, I see like a line at the drive-through window, and I'm like, I could have just, you know, you could just order it through the app and then go pick it up inside, and it's like immediately ready. You know, as soon as I walk in, they have it ready for me, and I just, as soon as I walk in, I grab it, I go in my car, and it's good. You know, everything is good. I don't know. I just think drive-through window is not it. It's like it's too busy. You know, I feel like it's when you go inside, it's always there's no line, or there's like minimal line. It can be cold though. I mean, no, just be better. You know, just withstand the cold. You got a jacket, don't you? It's cold when you open the window, ain't it? Can I get another perfectress? Nope. But you know, it's still a good Tetris. What do you mean inside? I'm a second class citizen. I'm a first class citizen because they get my order. They get my order first. You know, I'm in and out, lickety split. Drive through is royalty. Well, like also like if I'm in the drive through window, like you know, I have to like you know I have to know my order like right then and there. I can't just be like, give me a second. Can I get actually, never mind. Let me get a number two. Actually, no, I don't want number two anymore. I want a number three. You know, like they're waiting on you, and there's like cars behind you, so you gotta like make up your mind like at the moment. You know, you only have like a finite amount of time in front of that like drive-through window menu. But if I'm inside, I can spend all my time looking at the menu, and you know, no one's waiting for me. You know, if anyone wants to go in front of me, I can be like, "Oh, go ahead. I'm still looking. I'm still deciding. Go ahead." You know, I can't do that in the drive-through window. You know, what am I gonna do? Like pull over onto the pavement and be like, "Oh no, go ahead. Drive past me." You know, I'm not ready to make my order yet. I need more time to make my order. They rush me too much if I go through the drive-through window. I just think drive-through window is just not it, you know? And also, the mic quality is like pretty bad sometimes. And sometimes I can't hear what they're saying, or like, you know, I gotta shout and I gotta be like, yes, excuse me, can I get a number seven? Yes, a number seven. But you have to have your go-to order though. Yeah, but what if I like want something different, you know? What if I want to switch it up? you know, most of the time I probably will go for my go-to order, but what if I want to switch it up? You gotta give me time to think. Like, do I want my usual or do I want to switch it up? I need time for that even. But that's what I'm just saying. Like I don't need that high stress environment of a drive-through window when I could just park, walk in and take my time. The drive-through is all about, stress, urgency, speed. I don't want that. I want no, I just no, that's not me. I don't want that. I want to leisurely walk in and take my time ordering. I was gonna say let me have a sip of my tea, but the blocks are coming down too fast. Let me clear some of these and then I'll have another sip of my tea. It's probably getting cold by now. Alright, another perfectress. Let's go. So battlefield out there in the streets. It really do be. That's why I stay off the streets. Um, because I want to grab my food and I want to go home and I want to have a nice time. Like I don't like eating in cars either. I would rather go home or go inside and grab a table. Because then I have like the ability to go to the restroom, wash my hands, sit down and not make a mess of my car. Like for all intents and purposes, I would rather do anything else but go through the drive-through window. You'd rather be a goblin eating in the car? Yeah, yeah, and you keep being that goblin, but I'm not a goblin. Goblin these nuts. Oh, okay, you do my ability again. All right, let's set up. All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. What else is going on? I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot going on. Just working, playing video game once in a while. Um, watching anime, watching stream. Maybe I'll go into Thanksgiving. Okay, yeah. You got any Thanksgiving plans? My family usually doesn't do much for Thanksgiving, so I don't know what we're gonna do. Usually, oh, hold on. Mom's calling. Speaking of mom. Hello, hello. Okay, back. Should have paused the game. I did a little misplace, but that's fine. We can fix it. So Thanksgiving. So usually, um, what happens in my household or with my family around Thanksgiving is that we just go to my relatives' place because they always host like a Thanksgiving thing. Uh, but that's usually on like the weekends, instead of like actually on Thanksgiving. And it's better that way because then there's just like less traffic overall. Cause I'm sure the streets are crazy like on Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday. So now like that, we gotta go on the weekend, we can avoid all of that. And it's no biggie. Hell, maybe I don't know, like maybe they even get better deals since maybe grocery stores discount stuff after Thanksgiving is actually over, and maybe they go crazy on the deals too. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do their shopping, but it's a possibility. But yeah, usually we just go to like my relative's place for that. But the problem is that my mom usually is unable to go to this because she's got work uh on the weekend. Oh, let's do another one of these. Yeah, she's got work on the weekend, so she usually doesn't like attend those. I think she's attended it like once recently, but usually no. So probably gonna maybe like plan something so then my mom can like you know yeah, discounted apple pie. Yeah, probably gonna plan something like for actual Thanksgiving because my mom has like actual Thanksgiving off rather than the weekend. Uh, I don't know. Are restaurants usually open on Thanksgiving? Probably not, right? But maybe we could like order something like to bring home. Or maybe like they're open during the day, but like not like on actual like, you know, dinner time. But maybe I could like, we can order something during the day. Or maybe we could do actual Thanksgiving like, the day before or the day after. I don't know. I'll have to like ask my mom to see like what day she's actually like, you know, has off, and then we could figure something out. Yeah, maybe not actual Thanksgiving Day, but maybe like, the day before, the day after might be good. I don't know. Again, I'll have to ask her when she's like what day she actually has off. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? You got any plans? What does your family usually do? Okay, we got the power up again. Let's get the setup for that. All right. Oh, I could have started the setup. I messed up the setup at this point. Family friends? That's nice. I feel like it's nice when you have these like large family gatherings for Thanksgiving instead of just a dinner. Makes things more lively. More people to play cards or board games with. My cousin is quite into board games, so whenever we go to his place for Thanksgiving, it's always board game time. That's how That's how I found out about that game called Soul Clover. It's pretty fun. I like it. Or it's also like, those kind of family gatherings are also the time where the Switch is on, or just video games on the TV are on. And it's a great time for some Mario Party or Smash. I have a distinct like memory as a kid of like, everyone gathering around the TV and watching the Smash happen. Who's your my Smash main? Um well, if we're talking about the only Smash game I've ever owned, which was Brawl, then my main was Pit. If we're talking about like the new Smash, I like playing Inkling. And I also like playing Isabelle because I just like running around and dropping the flower pot on people. And then when I play Inkling, I just like running around and using like the paint roller on people. Oh yeah, and the fishing with Isabel is so funny. That's yep. Dropping the flower pot and fishing, good time. Everyone else is fighting. I'm just sitting there waiting for someone to run into my rod or to my fishing line. But a lot of times when I play Inkling, I end up just running off the stage with like the paint roller. That happens a lot as well. Because I wouldn't say I'm like good at Smash or anything, so I like to just troll and play the troll characters. Like King K. Rool, I think is pretty troll, right? I don't know. He seems funny. I think like maybe last Christmas or maybe like 2 Christmases ago. I don't remember. Uh, what we played on the Switch was like the Suika game, the watermelon game, and everyone just like took turns trying to get like the high score. Everyone was addicted to the watermelon game, the Suika game. Oh, I have the ability again. Okay, let's build up for the ability. Another perfectors. Let's go easy. I'm pretty sure there's like another Tetris above the perfectors you can get, but it's like pretty hard to get. Oh, recently my 90 days, like my probationary period at work ended. Told my boss about it. I was like, "Oh, hey, my 90 days is like over. Is there like any paperwork or anything I need to do, or is it just like, am I just officially like, I don't know, on board now? I don't know." And he's like, "Nah, it's just nah. You're chilling now. Now I get paid for, Thanksgiving and stuff. So that's good. Right on time for Thanksgiving." But he was also like, "Oh, welcome aboard, Hope you don't leave too quickly." And I was just like, how do I respond to that? No, I'm fine. I'll be fine. That's what I said. I'll be fine. But in the back of my head, I feel like anybody who gets asked that question is like, "Oh no, yeah, for sure. I'll still be here as long as I don't find something better." Always gotta leave for the better thing, Go where the money takes you. But I think I'll be there for like at least a year because I just can't be bothered to like look for anything else. And, I don't really have the luxury of like finding anything else right now. Um, Unless I have like some savings built up anyway. Because, any time, spent like looking for a job is like, you're not making money doing that. And I feel like if I like would actually be like on an active like job search, I would like have to like maybe quit. Or maybe I wouldn't have to, because now that I'm on like the second shift, I can like do all my interviews during the day and then go to work. So I wouldn't actually have to take any like days off from work. So actually, I probably could keep working and then like, doing interviews during the day. So, honestly, I could do a job search right now. But also, that's just like, it sucks the soul out of you. So I'd rather not for now. And I'm kind of liking it. Obviously, like, long term, I don't think that's where I should be. But anyway, we're young, so it's like long term, we shouldn't be staying anywhere for too long. That's the, young people privilege right here. Dude, all the time I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I should go back to like, school. So like for stream, I did not finish school. I got my 2-year degree, and then I dipped, but I got it in art. And every once in a while I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I should go back to school. Like even my boss was like, hey, I could, make you into a supervisor if you want. But if you want to go back to school, you should go back to school. But I don't know what I would even go back to school for. Because if it's art, dude, all the time, like I'm seeing stuff that like, reminds me like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't go back to school for art, because I keep seeing like stuff about AI taking over, and like the biggest companies like Disney, and like in terms of video games, it's like Riot Games, for like artists. Like working at Riot Games is like the dream job for like an artist who wants to work into video games. But they keep like doing like stuff like actively that like is screwing over artists. Like they had a like huge like artist like layoff like a while back, and a lot of these artists like did end up having to like look for different jobs, and they end up like still kind of working for Riot, because what Riot Games did is like they like laid off like their art team, and then they started like hiring like outsourcing companies to do the same work. So then these artists that like worked for Riot like would get approached by these outsourcing companies and get hired, but they would get like way less pay, since like the outsourcing company is getting like less of a like pay from like Riot Games, and then that outsourcing company is also taking a cut out of like that pay. So then the artist is getting like way less pay for the same work that they would have been doing at Riot Games anyway. Plus, they don't get benefits, since they're like kind of like freelance or whatever, or contract work. So like, like getting fired from like, or like getting laid off from Riot Games, they get less pay, they get no benefits, artists are just getting like screwed over pretty much. And what to make matters even worse is that like, all these like game studios and like, movie studios and whatever are like starting to like use AI and stuff now too, which like fucking sucks for like the artists, man. Like, because I saw like this thing on Twitter, like, I don't know, I always see this stuff on Twitter where it's like, oh shit, like another thing where like kind of like makes me feel all right for like leaving like art, because I don't. It's looking kind of bleak, man. I'll be honest. But I saw a thing where like Riot was doing like started like doing accepting internships recently for like the summer, and one of the positions that they're hiring for was a AI research intern. Is over, man. They laid off a bunch of people. They're like, hiring outsourcing companies for cheaper. They're, expanding into AI to also make things cheaper. At the end of the day, they just want to make things cheaper. And if that means, they're gonna like screw over artists, then they're okay with that. Every company just wants to like make things cheaper. So, even if you do a good job, if they can get like a good enough job with like a cheaper method, they're gonna do it. Like at my work, I like recently learned that like they laid off like maybe in the past year, they laid off like some people from HR. And you would think like, oh, office work at HR, like that's stable, right? But like no, they got laid off because they like these people at HR like did payroll. But then they switched like from ADP to like this thing called Dayforce. So now they pretty much outsourced like the payroll company to like an outside company. So then they don't need anyone internal to like do payroll, which saves them money. But also, like, I've been hearing stories, like, from my coworkers telling me, like, oh, how this switch has been kind of sucky. Because, like, let's say something, like, is wrong with payroll and needs to be fixed. they need to contact this outsourcing company to like do the fix instead of just like contacting HR. So like any fix like always takes like super long to like get done. But at the end of the day, it saves, the company money. So, that's all they care about. And like this outsourcing company probably handles like they payroll of like a bunch of other companies. So they're also probably like swamped with like work. So it's not like they can prioritize like, our payroll or any company in particular's payroll. They just like go down the list. Yeah, outsourcing and like contract work is like, man, you think you're safe, but it can happen to anyone. Anyway, I'm just not interested in that, like, in working that, like, I thought it would be something I would be into because, like, I enjoyed it as a hobby, but I guess it should have just been kept as a hobby. But I was also, why I like, I went to art because I was like, oh, you gotta do something that you're passionate about for work, right? Not necessarily. But you always hear that. So I was like, oh, let me do that too. Let me do something I'm passionate about for work. And that's like probably fine for a lot of people. I don't know, there's always like sacrifices that you gotta make for that kind of stuff. Like a lot of the artists that like I look up to, like a lot of times like I hear them talking about like, oh, like they got into like doing like art as a job because like they like, were really passionate about it and like love doing it, right? But then like since they started like doing it for work, like they just like had less and less time to like do it for themselves. Cause after doing like art as your job for 8 hours, like what do you want to do when you get home? You don't want to do with your I don't know 4 hours of like free time. Like what are you gonna do? Like still do art? No, like you're probably gonna want to like do other things. Like I don't know, go hang out, go grab like lunch or something. Go do anything else. Like I think there's like two. Go to a bar, yeah. Drink, drink, drink. But like when you do art as a job, like you can do art anywhere. So like when you say like, oh, go to the bar and drink, you know what artists can do when they go to a bar? They can sketch while they're at the bar. They can draw while they're at the bar. Oh, let's go snowboarding. Ah, this is a nice snowy mountain scene. Let me sketch this real quick. You can never escape it. Everything has their downsides. And the downside to some, or like the upside with some jobs is like, oh, as soon as you get out of work, you don't gotta think about it no more. Work is work, and when you go home, no more work. When you do art for work, like it's your life. Your entire life is art. You cannot escape it. Like anytime you go on vacation, like when I was in school and like I had like professors and stuff, and they would like talk about like when you go on vacation, they bring all their art supplies, all their sketchbooks and paints and stuff, and like even on vacation, like it's a great opportunity to like take pictures, reference pictures, start a painting, even on vacation, you cannot escape it. It becomes your life. Like if you work at like HR, like what are you gonna do on your vacation? Do like HR work on your free time? No. Maybe if they like contact you, like, oh, we have an emergency, please, we need you to hop on the laptop and quickly fix something in the department. But then also you could just tell them to f off, that you're like you're on vacation. It's like, oh, don't contact me. I'm in the Bahamas. I mean, anyway, I never really did art as a job, so I don't have the right to talk about and complain about these things. But doesn't sound great. All right, we're almost to the end of Tetris Effect. Uh, Journey mode in Tetris Effect is just a bunch of these like levels with different like music and visuals, and like certain levels have different speeds. So like the later levels, the blocks drop faster, and you have to like think on your toes faster. Like now, it's like super fast. I don't have time to like think about where to place it. That's why sometimes it's getting messed up like here, and I gotta clean up the blocks. All right, it's pretty cleaned up now. Oh, and now it's slow because this is a slow part of the music. This is just like their journey mode is like their best attempt at putting a campaign mode or story mode into Tetris, because it's a game about placing blocks. So what else are you gonna do for the story mode or the campaign mode? You can't hear the game audio? Well, that would have been nice to know. You can't hear the game audio? Let me make it a little louder then. You should be able to hear it. Can you hear it? The yap was too strong. Here, I'll make it loud again. Let me know if the game audio is too loud. Nope, as in you can hear it, or as it's not too loud? You can't hear it at all? That's strange. let me figure out why, because I see it in my oh, I know why. Okay, it should work now. That's fine. But you should be able to hear it now. Oh, well, now you can. Okay, I think you should. Yeah, you can hear? Okay, cool. Alright. Let's get another Perfectress. Oh, I messed up. It's fine. No Perfectress, just the deck that had TETRIS. That's fine. Maybe lower it a little bit? Sure. Alright, I lowered it a little bit. How's this? Let me know if it's alright. Is it alright? Good? Okay, cool. Oh man, the blocks are fast again. So what were we talking about? I forgot. What was I talking about? Hard job sucks. Yeah. It kind of feels like, you know how I've heard about how it is to be like an animator at like in Japan, and it kind of sounds like that. And you know, that also sounds terrible because they get paid like pretty much like less than like working at a convenience store would like pay you. And like they have to work like so many hours just, and like they get paid nothing. But like they do it because, you know, they like anime and stuff, so you know, they want to work on like Dragon Ball or whatever, or Pokemon. But like they pay you by like the drawing, by like the animation frame. Lower the game audio a little bit? Yeah, sure. Alright, I lowered it. Or you know what, let me lower it even more. Let me lower it to like the green levels instead of the yellow levels. Alright, think, how's this? Oh yeah, they don't get paid very much, Japanese animators. Very sad. Yeah. But like everyone in there is like, you know, passionate about the anime. And the passion is kind of like, you know, getting them through. I mean, I think, you know, eventually you get decent pay. But the only people getting like decent pay are like the masters, or like the people who are like have been working on it for like so long and are like, you know, the masters of the craft. But like that's only like decent pay. You know, I feel like at that point, like working a normal job, like you would get like way better pay, like without having to toil away for years before you get the opportunity to get decent pay. And you might not even ever become like a master, so you might always just have like shit pay. Oh, I have the ability again. Maybe I'll set up for that. Yeah, money is tricky, huh? Jobs are tricky, huh? Another perfector, still full. Let me tell you a bit more about school, I guess. Dude, I was such a freaking loner. I mean, I'm gonna blame it partially on the big C. But you know, freaking suck. Cause with the big C, you know, all of a sudden, you weren't talking to people no more. Because, you know, everyone is in the freaking Zoom calls, and as soon as the Zoom call was over, like, you know, it's like, all right, I'm not talking to any of you, because, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, get in a Discord call with you, or be like, go talk in the group chat, like, yo, anybody wanna join my Discord server? Like, basically, you know, if you made friends during your freshman year, then, you know, great. And, you know, you better hope that those friends you made in freshman year are, like, you know, still in contact with you and are in your, like, you know, your new classes for the second semester for the big C. I don't know how it was for you, but that's how it was for me, Neil. And, like, you know, you couldn't even go to clubs or anything and, like, try to make friends at clubs, because, you know, can't have a club in a Discord server. Alright, last level. And, like, I feel like that's, like, a big part of, like, you know, school, right? Is, like, oh, not only are you there for, like, you know, education, but you're also just there for the experience of, like, you know, chilling, you know, hanging out, you know, making connections. But, you know, didn't have that. Yeah, exactly. The people who had friends were already in their own little group. And I felt weird being like, hey, can I join your group? It doesn't help when you're also at, like, a commuter school. Like, I think I was at a commuter school. So, like, you know, a lot of people were, like, you know, we're just there for school. And then, like, it went immediately home. Yeah. Like I remember like going home from like class and then being like, wait, everybody seriously is going home and then going straight on Discord and not even Discording with like classmates, but like, you know, like only times I would like ever talk to a classmate would be like, oh hi, morning. And then I go home and then like not talk to any of them and just go on Discord and talk to you guys. Not that there's anything wrong with you guys, but like, you know, it's just that you guys were also like, you know, at your own schools, and I'm like, you know, I want to like grab lunch with someone, you know, I want to go watch a movie with someone. Or just like go on a walk, hang out. And I did make one good friend like during school, but that was because like he was my roommate and he was forced to live with me. But I also I went through the roommate portal and like I sought him out and I'm like, hey bro, you want to be roomies? Let's hang out. You know, I don't know, sometimes I have these moments where I'm like super social and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna talk to this random person and just, you know, put myself out there. And you know, but I was only able to do that for my roommate, and then, you know, I kind of like secluded myself. And then, you know, after COVID, he was like, nah, I already got my 2-year degree. I'm not going for the bachelor's. Like, I'm dipping after COVID. And I was like, dang. So then, like, you know, the one friend I did make was like not even there when we like all came back from COVID. I was like, shit. Now I got nobody to talk to. Damn, bro. All right, I think I beat it. So now I think the credits are gonna roll. Yep, Tetris has credits. No, I finished my tea. Does the tea exist? No, no longer. I've drank it, so it no longer exists. What time is it? I guess after these credits are done, it's time to go to the gym and then grab lunch. Oh no, yeah, it was milk tea. I got this like British tea that like is quite strong when you brew it. And it goes well with milk. Because there's so plenty of the tea flavor and it's not drowned out by the milk. It's what's it called? Yorkshire tea. They make good tea. I found it in like the international section of my grocery store. So if you're looking for a strong black tea in tea bag, that's a good tea. And it's like the same price as like all the other teas. It's just I would have to look in like the international section, in the British section of the grocery store. Tea sponsorship. Yes. Go get some tea. Tea is good. Drink tea. I ran out of my coffees, and now that I don't have to go to work in the morning, I've just been drinking tea because I have like a bunch of tea I gotta get through, and if I don't drink it, it's just gonna sit there. I kind of want to get into like making like pour over coffee because it's kind of like seems kind of fancy and nice. I think, you know, grinding your own like coffee beans and like, you know, pouring the water at the exact right flow rate and temperature. But I don't think I would ever like go so far as to get my own like espresso machine, because espresso machines are quite expensive. But if you just want like a pour over like coffee kit, it's like 20-30 bucks. And then the coffee grinder, probably like another 50-60 bucks. So maybe total like 80 to 100 bucks for like, you know, to get your whole coffee gear set up for making pour over coffee. But that's still like way cheaper than an espresso machine. Because like a good espresso machine is like hundreds of dollars. And if you're gonna have like a cheap, bad espresso machine, like, it's not worth it. Might as well just like got the pour over coffee kit, and you would have been able to make some good coffee without having to like, you know, spend so much on an expensive espresso machine. I don't know. I if I wanted coffee, I used to just drink like instant coffee. But you know, I'm not about the instant coffee no more. Like, it actually tastes pretty bad. I mean, it does the trick. Don't get me wrong. You know, if you know you're in a pinch and you need some coffee. But it's like not that much harder to make like real coffee. Like, especially with a French press. Like, I think the only like process that, like, you know, you just have one extra thing to clean pretty much, but that's not that big of a deal. Like, I just give it a good rinse, and, you know, extra couple minutes, and like, you know, I got a much better cup of coffee than if I were to just use instant coffee. But yeah. So I think, you know, we have finished Tetris Effect Journey Mode. So I guess that calls the end of the stream. So, well, how long has the stream been? Like an hour and a half? That's good enough. Alright. Thanks for dropping by, Neil. I'll talk to you on Discord. Peace.